As for That's My Boy, did I really have to see this movie to find out how bad it was going to be?
Put on your yarmulke, it's time for Hanukkah. So much Hanukkah to celebrate Hanukkah. Hanukkah is the festival of lights. Instead of one day of presents, we get 8 crazy nights. But when you feel like the only kid in town without a Christmas tree, here's a list of people who are Jewish, just like you and me. David Lee Roth likes the menorah. So do James Caan, Kirk Douglas, and the Weasel Pauly Shore. Guess who is together at the Carnegie Deli? Bowser from Shanana and Arthur Fondarelli.
Okay, this picture is the picture of the Avengers. I won this at a fair. Shoot darts. It took me quite a few tries to actually get it. Probably would cost to be cheaper just to buy it if I actually saw it somewhere. Like I don't know, FYE or someplace like that actually sold a poster like that. But the only place I can find is to win it, so why did I win it? What did you expect my intro to be? Me saying, "What's up?" like Adam Sandler does? No. Because I don't really like this movie. Now, I like Adam Sandler. I have a lot of his CDs in my collection. I like all his versions of the Hanukkah song. And my 2 favorite movies that he's done have been 50 First Dates and The Wedding Singer. I've never seen Spanglish before, but I've heard that one's good. This movie is terrible, horrible, awful. Oh my god. Oh man. This makes me happy I didn't see Jack and Jill, but I hear that one was worse than this. I don't see how this one is any better. Our plot? The plot is pedophilia! 12 or 13-year-old, I don't know how old Donnie Berger is, has a crush on his math teacher, who is played by Susan Sarandon's daughter, Susan Sarandon's sexy daughter. And the teacher decides to humor the crush and have sex with the boy. What? And when the school catches the 2 of them having sex, the scene is that one of the junior high students is making a speech about how he wants to run for student body president or something. And behind the curtain you hear sex noises, and so they raise the curtain and they see Donnie and the substitute math teacher are having sex. Like, oh my god. And after the teacher runs away, the boy gets a standing ovation. Like unbelievable! Only in a movie! And only in a movie would a teacher humor a crush like this! The court decides to put the teacher in prison and decides to award custody of the baby, which is produced by this affair. Awards custody of the baby to Donnie's father, and then when Donnie reaches 18, he's got to take care of the baby, of the child. And then Donnie gets famous for this affair that he had with his teacher, and becomes rich off of the fame. He gets pictures with the Coreys, Corey Feldman and Corey Haim. Donnie decides to name the baby Han Solo Burger. Jeez. When Han Solo becomes an adult and he moves out, played by Andy Samberg, he changes his name to Todd Peterson and falls in love with Jamie, who's played by Leighton Meester. And I guess he meets all these celebrities, whatever, and it's a little crazy. And when he grows up, when he becomes an adult, and he gets a bill from the IRS because he hasn't paid taxes for a long time, and what is it, like $45,000 he has to pay to the IRS, and he finds out his son is a hedge fund manager, and decides to go to Donnie, and Donnie decides to go to Todd and turn his life upside down and try to get him to be on this reality show with his mother, which is still in prison, played by Susan Sarandon. I guess being some type of interviewer or something. And it is a terrible movie. It's so bad, I was actually counting how many times I was laughing. You don't want to do that when you go to a funny movie. You're supposed to be laughing so many times that you can't count. But I'm actually counting how many times I'm laughing, and I counted 12 times. And that's not good for a movie to be counting how many times you're laughing. This movie has cameos in it. Todd Bridges from Different Strokes makes a cameo in it as well. Vanilla Ice is a big part of the movie. He's Donnie's best friend. This is kind of like I guess a more grown-up version of Big Daddy, Adam Sandler's movie Big Daddy, in a way, I guess. But the humor is just terrible. You know, having a fat woman as a stripper is not funny. Jerking off to a photo of an old woman, that's not funny. Having sex with that old woman, that's not funny. Seeing a fat couple run around naked, no, that's not funny either. Having sex with a mannequin, barfing on that mannequin, that's not funny. It's terrible. Even though this movie takes advantage of the R rating in a raunchy, terrible way, we don't even get to see Leah Meister naked. We get to see her naked back while she's having sex with somebody, but that's only for a quick 5 seconds, and it's kind of, I guess you could say, maybe a little bit funny when you find out who she's having sex with. Well, it was more surprising to me, but it wasn't that funny to me. I guess I've just outgrown his humor, but I'm thinking Twilight is going to be has to be really bad in order to win the Worst Movie of the Year award, because so far this one's got it. 2 out of 10. Oh my god. One of the few enjoyments I got was actually hearing a Meatloaf song in the movie, Everything Louder Than Everything Else from Bat Out of Hell 2. Terrible. Don't see this movie. I heard some people who saw it who were Adam Sandler fans actually laughed at this movie. Oh man, this movie's terrible, terrible, horrible. Don't see this movie. Oh god. See any movie with this.